And then the other half of guts is the mindset. I mean, and maybe in a different way. I mean, there's the IQ, which even Buffett has said you don't necessarily need a very high IQ to do well. It's more EQ. I like to call everything in between the GQ, which is the guts quotient. So that's basically your mindset and your behavior,
Right.
which also is the acronym gumption. I mean, this is an older term, but it's basically taking a strategy. It's on paper, you've done the work, but I mean, without, and this applies to non-quants too, but I mean, just pulling the trigger, making that buy.
Right.
That's what really needs to
you learn
take
so
place.
much from doing that. You just learn more, and
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Paper trading is paper trading.
Yeah.
It's a paperweight.
Yeah. There you go. I mean, you also get to know volatility. So I mean, holding through volatility, managing your emotions,
right?
And again, this last point, and I think you said a few minutes ago, managing some of those illiquid stocks when it's you and two other guys. I mean, it can be pretty lonely. So being able to just do it and not need, I guess, validation, or just validation through the fact that others are doing it too. That's
like you need to build confidence in investing, because you're never going to take the bets to make a good amount of money.
Yep.
And you have to start getting that confidence to do that. That's at least my kind of my experience.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. The U, uncertainty. So, I mean, there's uncertainty everywhere in investing. I mean, it's in the market itself. It's in your simulation, at least for a quant. Like you've done it on paper, it looks good, but will it actually work in real time out a sample? So I mean, dealing with kind of that not knowing everything is part of it. I mean, some people, especially in my field of engineering, you're used to having all the information. So you've got all the conditions, everything is right there. And if it's not, you go find it. But in finance, yeah, it's different. It's your think in terms of, sometimes instead of certainties, it's better to think in terms of probabilities. So that's the U. The T, timing, is also the T in the factors for guts, but it's also timing in the sense that everything is dynamic, and just kind of getting comfortable with that is helpful. So you can have a strategy that's working today. It's worked for the last year. It's worked for the last 2 years. But at some point, I mean, the market or your strategy, something is going to change, and perhaps that performance won't be what it was. So just kind of understanding that, or having some humility, or kind of learning some humility, can really help, or prepare you rather.
Right.
And then finally, this is kind of on the flip side, but still related, is trust. So I mean, you've got your strategy, you've checked it, you've done the robustness tests. At some point, you have to trust that strategy. So you need to pull the trigger, but if you really want to do it seriously, you really have to give it a shot. You really have to hold it.
Right.
Things are going to get volatile for sure, but if you're constantly in and out of strategies, it's that's probably a worse situation.
When you put your mind in a really bad spot, just behaviorally speaking, you get to a point where you become unable to make decisions. You be panicky. regret. A lot of bad things happen when you start switching back and forth between, what you think, what you really should be doing, right? And
For
it's
sure.
one of the worst things we can do.
And this is maybe one of the things that Twitter and social media has almost exacerbated, because
Right, sure.
because every 2 minutes you've got someone say, "Hey, I just did this, did that. It's working well, man. Look at that. I
Oh,
10 bagged or something." So there's all these different inputs and distractions coming
right.
at you from all directions. So it's so easy or so tempting to jump, try something else.
It really is. It really is.
So it's
I rarely watch CNBC anymore.
okay.
I try not to watch the TikTok videos or Instagram videos and all the millionaires,
Right, right.
being made in one day.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So, because you can really, it can take you off center for a while sometimes. So yeah, stay the course.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And last but not least, the S in guts from my set is stamina. So
Yeah.
I mean, this is kind of a, maybe it wraps everything together, but I mean, there's going to be volatility. The market's going to test you. You're going to be down when the market is up. So I mean, being able to have the stamina to take that, to hold on, is maybe something that some may underestimate. But I mean, having the stamina, or building the stamina rather, to kind of take those periods, can really make a
Especially in
difference.
nano cap land, because
Oof.
they're not correlated with the market as much, and it's like tough seeing the market rally sometimes for days, and you're like, where you think you think you're going to open your computer up in the morning, oh my god, they're all green now. Like today,
Yeah,
the markets are up today, but the small cap TNA is down, or IWM's down.
yeah,
So it's crazy.
it really is.